Who will win $30,000 tonight at Tri-County Speedway? We're about to find out as the Grand Atlantic Ocean Resort Old North State Nationals is underway. And already 3 wide, almost 4 wide as they work off of turn number 2. Diaz down to the bottom as he, Lane Riggs, into 62 goes side by side. Connor Jones nearly into the fence as they complete the first of 200 laps.
Riggs trying to be the driver to surge forward in that middle lane. He clears Jones in the 44. Will take that spot. Diaz still down low. Huffman and Jones touch.
Oh.
Jones may have a problem. He bounces on the entry to turn 3. Tries to gather the car back in. There's still 3 wide throughout the pack. Jones continues on.
Yeah, Jones looks like he has a little bit of an issue after contact with Landon Huffman on.
Car off the pace. Turn 1. Sorry, Blake. That is the 45 of Jonathan Finley, who is slowed up in turn number 2.
Several of our top contenders are taking advantage. Brendan Queen, your race leader, your second place runner, and Landon Huffman, as well as Lane Riggs, who was up in the top 5 and a part of the mix down into the pit area.
Now there's this side-by-side battle amongst lap cars ahead of Quapple, the race leader, with Diaz getting a big drive off 4.
And again, Diaz, I think, is just looking for an opening somewhere to go that is not the same lane as Carson Quapple. He's going to elect to go high once again. He'll back off entry, try to cut down, but there is no room, or perhaps he'll make it as he looks down to the inside of Quapple for the race lead. He'll back out of it. They nearly touch as Quapple still has his hands full of Andrew Grady. Now they're going to go 3 wide as Diaz looks to the bottom of Carson Quapple, scrapes the inside wall, up into Carson Quapple. Change for the race lead. 5 laps into the competition caution, and Mason Diaz has taken the top spot here at Tri-County.
But for how long? Diaz now gets into the back of Grady, the lap car, as Quapple pokes outside.
Remember, Mason Diaz is on probation right now, as now they go 3 wide for second. Quapple trying to get by. He gets into the back of Diaz. Diaz will slide up the racetrack, but maintains his grip on the race lead. Meanwhile, there's Deke McCaskill. He's third, and now he has a chance at the race lead with just a couple of laps until the comp yellow.
Diaz further up ahead in the white and blue 24 inside of the number 57, who's had a good rebound from the early race spin in Webster. And Burrow has been able to fight his way to stay on the lead lap, and he will keep that spot as the full battery caution flies.
87 laps to go into the KRC Power Steering restart zone. Deke McCaskill will lead us back to the green flag. A slight wiggle on the bottom side from Brendan Butterbean Queen, and Quapple, wasting no time, goes 3 wide to the inside of Brandon Pearson, the 2.
There's your answer. He doesn't care about the points. Quapple doing everything possible. Contact in the midfield.
4 wide.
Still 4 wide as we got a car dusting off the wall off turn 4. Everybody makes it down the front stretch as they fan out 4 wide, now up in the top 5.
And Quapple a little slow. Watson's into the outside wall. Diaz has to save it as Huffman now on the outside of Carson Quapple as Pierce dropped like a rock back through the field. 85 to go. Here comes Brendan Queen as they have somewhat sorted it out. It's only 3 wide now. Off of 2 and Watson into the wall again. In the KRC Power Steering restart zone, we will once again fire it off. Deke McCaskill on the top side. Brendan Queen has the momentum on the bottom as Quapple now in the middle, 3 wide further back in the field.
That time it was Connor Jones who sailed it off on the bottom lane. They're still rubbing together. McCarty up top. Jones and Quapple touch as they come off 4. They keep it straight while Queen tries to grab the lead in turn 1.
They nearly touch as now Queen has the nose on Deke McCaskill off of turn number 2. Looking to get clear in the race lead, and indeed he might just do it off of turn 4. He does. Once again, back at the front, Butterbean here at Tri-County.
Is there 3 wide of contact? A spin in turn 4.
Kate Brown.
Oh, and up into the wall is Brandon Pierce while Honeycutt spins off 4.
82 laps left to settle the Old North State Nationals, and we are back underway at Tri-County, and Queen looks to be on easy street for now. Clear to the race lead. Diaz clear for second as they look 3 wide for just a moment further back with Jared Fryer. Now Landon Huffman on the top side of him as Riggs has a run on Mason Diaz and the 08 of McCaskill.
Seems like a little bit more of an orderly restart that time through. Let's see if we can keep it rolling. Here comes Riggs in the 62 outside of McCaskill in the 08. Huffman bouncing off of Jared Fryer. That's for 5th, while Millington pokes his black number 15 down to the inside to try to get up there and into the top 5 as well. Diaz trying to get a drive off the corner, and it's Huffman looking 3 wide now for second.
3 wide now, down all the way to the bottom. Very low entry there for Landon Huffman. He's going to have to check up and give up that momentum. Off to the top side is Lane Riggs, Mason Diaz. They touch once again. Nearly 3 wide. They'll look indeed 3 wide off of turn 4.
It's elbows up all the way throughout the field.
There's 4.
He thought about making it 4 wide, loses a bunch of momentum off the corner to Millington, as now Diaz slots back in line on the top side. Huffman down low.
Diaz tries to thread the needle on Lane Riggs, who just got by him for the second position, is not quite able to do it, as now he's looking towards the middle once again, looking to get back up into that second position. Riggs has run higher than just about any car we've seen so far, has made it work, but Diaz, hard charge off the corner. He's all over the back bumper of Lane Riggs.
That time the contact was between the 22 and 24 of Huffman and Diaz. Now Diaz almost underneath, and he tags Riggs, who's sideways in the corner. What a save by Lane Riggs.
Oh my gosh, what a save from Lane Riggs, who was drifted. I mean, that looked like dirt racing right there. 3 wide once again as Millington will try to shut the door. Diaz may try to get back to Huffman, and now Riggs is going to get in the back of Mason Diaz. He spins out Mason Diaz. Caution is out, and boy, has there been a handful of paybacks in the last 2 laps. They work towards Brendan Queen, Landon Huffman with the launch, and green flag is back out here at Tri-County. Millington able to make the top side work this time as he goes side by side for the second spot with Huffman.
Behind them, Honeycutt almost got the wall in the 10, trying to get around Jared Fryer. Millington to second, Huffman back to third. McCarty up into the 4th spot, trying to pin Carson Quapple down in the 8 car in the battle for 4th. That's the first side-by-side fight we've got going on.
Queen looks a little bit off the pace. Your race leader, much slower. He might be out of fuel. They split him 3 wide as Butterbean Queen looks as though he may have lost the power plant in that 0-3. Your race leader, slow on the back straightaway here out of turn 2.
Queen now limps his way down the back straightaway. Caden Honeycutt to the race lead. Landon Huffman to second. Quapple third. Huffman, Honeycutt, 22 and 10, battling it out for the race lead with Carson Quapple lurking in third.
I was about to say, looking at the speed charts, guess who is catching your front 2? And Carson Quapple looking for a 4th consecutive Old North State Nationals victory for Junior Motorsports. Still not done for the top spot just yet. Huffman drive through the center. He may have it at the stripe. Give it to Honeycutt by just a nose with 12 to go.
Huffman, though, is starting to make more ground on the bottom line. He gets another drive off the corner. This may be what he needs. That's as close as he's been all night long on this end of the racetrack. Off of turn number 4. Huffman tried to slide up, but it's Honeycutt at the line by inches with 10 to go.
By 32 1/1000ths of a second, give it to Caden Honeycutt. 10 laps to go here to settle it for $30,000 and the biggest paying race of the year in the car store. Huffman up the racetrack once again, side by side at the line. 9 to go. Still Honeycutt with the race lead.
A little bit of contact there in 1 and 2. Honeycutt kicked off the bottom. Here comes Huffman to sail it off as we got a car off the pace on the front straightaway. Chase Burrow has come to a stop as the caution flag flies.
Into the KRC Power Steering restart zone. Honeycutt with a little bit of a slide, dead even at the stripe. Here comes Quapple up the inside, 3 wide looking for the lead, and Huffman may have the top spot off the corner.
Honeycutt's able to keep that outside line rolling. Is it enough to stay alongside Huffman for the lead? Here they come to the start-finish line. Landon Huffman to the point, but Honeycutt's battling back.
Crowd going crazy here at Tri-County as they go 3 wide once again for the top spot. Huffman not quite able to clear. Honeycutt made a signal. I think he's out of gas. He was waving out. Indeed, that 10 car is running out of gas here with 8 laps to go. And I doubt that he can make it all the way back around. One more trip around Hudson, North Carolina's Tri-County Speedway for Landon Huffman. It has been a struggle for this Nelson Motorsports team. They started the season with Cale Gale, but into 3 and 4 for the final time. Landon Huffman is going to be a Cars Tour winner and is $30,000 richer. He wins the Grand Atlantic Resort Old North State Nationals.